I want to talk about a tool that's underused by so many of my clients in terms of being able to deliberately manifest and create powerful results. And that's intention, where not attention and not intuition, which are still great, but in each moment, bringing an intention to who it is that you want to be in that moment, as opposed to a situation happens and you just are riding it, going with the flow, let's see what happens. That's not how we deliberately create, right? If you're just like sitting on a raft going down a river and seeing where you end up, there's a really good chance you're not going to end up where you're trying to get to. Where in that same situation, you're not going to be paddling upstream. That's a whole different problem. But going with that, riding that flow, but directing it. And, if there's a fork in that river and you want to go left, you paddle a bit to the left to put yourself in direction to go that way, as opposed to just allowing it to happen. And the reason why this is so powerful is the more intention that we're bringing to each moment totally equates to how present we are in each moment. Or even if when you wake up, you intend, I'm gonna be a better listener today, whatever habit it is that you want to change, then when you're in those experiences throughout the day, there's a part of you that's going to know that that's what you're intending to do. So you'll see that opportunity. It's like that really common thing where people talk about buying a new car, and once you buy that car, then you see everyone else that has that car, right? Because that car is now in your awareness. And excuse me, it's something that is in your mind and that you're looking for. And we can accomplish that with intention. We bring into our mind what it is that we're looking for, and we find those opportunities. This is why affirmations work for people. It's when they're priming themselves to feel a certain way, and then even a neutral experience happens, they're going to pull that intention out of the experience instead of waiting for the experience to tell them how they should feel. So, where can you bring more intention in your life? This was just a conversation with a client today where we were talking about helping her grow her business and kind of breaking down that being able to just speak about what it is that you do is a skill. And the more you do it, the better that you get at it. And just intending in the conversations that she has to give more value, to give more love, to give more connection, as opposed to kind of sitting and waiting for the clients to take the steering wheel and direct the path, where how can you expect someone that doesn't know your process and doesn't know who you are or what it is that you have to offer to be able to navigate that, right? It's for you to guide that with people that are showing an interest in that. Because if we really break that down, all we're doing is being a person of service. And I know I'm using this example of growing a business, but it can be in every interaction, right? This is something that I set out to do, that each day that I make someone's day in some way. So even if I'm just at the grocery store and see a point of connection or see someone in need that I could give a bit of money to, or something like this, like that's an intention that I have. And this helps me feel very abundant, helps me be a person of increase. There's a book by Wallace Wattles called The Science of Getting Rich. And we're not just talking about money rich, we're talking about life rich, like just being wealthy in all areas of your life. And he talks about being a person of increase and being in that giving state, and even of the smallest interactions. And how we do that is by intending it. If we just end up in interactions and we hope, oh, I hope that'll give a lot of value here, I hope this, it's highly unlikely to not happen because we're not setting out to make that happen. Or a better way of saying that is we're not deciding who we want to be in the moment. And especially in the difficult moments. Like, it's easy to be loving and happy when everything's easy, but when things are challenging, when there's conflict, when there's some friction, who are you being in those moments too? And can you lean into to sticking with that intention of who you want to be when there's friction, when things are more difficult? And that's, when you can do it when it's hard, makes it so easy to do when there isn't challenges, as opposed to justifying when it's hard that no, that's okay. Like, that's how we have sustainable energy, how we sustain the energy that we want to radiate, is by being very, very good at it in all situations, especially the most challenging. And yes, we will not be perfect. I'm not saying that we need to be perfect in the situations. It's that we intend on it and we lean into that more and more and more so that we can be more and more and more of who it is we want to be in that moment, in each moment, and be more proud of ourselves. That we're radiating the energy that it is that we want to radiate, as opposed to hoping that the right situations occur so that we can feel the right way to radiate the energy that we think we need to. Like, I don't even want to finish that sentence because it's just so out there as opposed to coming from in here.